What the fuck? Hello everyone. I have a really bad, actually non-existent microphone, so I apologize in advance. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about something that is talked about, but it's still an ongoing issue. Today's topic is accusations. Now, what are accusations and how can they affect somebody's life or their career? The definition of accusation is a charge or claim that someone has done something illegal or wrong. Today's video is about how accusations can affect both artists and the art community specifically. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to say as much as I do have evidence to back up all of my claims, I'm not going to use them because they involve other content creators in which I have not asked if they want to be in my video, so I will not put them in my video. That being said, the people that I do mention in this video, I have permission to mention them. Number 1. Accusing someone of tracing or stealing somebody else's art. Please note to not harass anybody who does this because most of the time they're very young and they're just trying to get attention, or they genuinely are concerned for the other artist. So this happens a lot, especially on TikTok, where people will see another person's art, usually smaller creators, and they will be like, oh, you've traced so-and-so, or you've copied so-and-so's art style. But at the end of the day, none of that matters unless you have actual evidence that they did, because accusations can make someone experience unnecessary hate and a damaged reputation, and in some extreme cases, harassment. So let's look at how somebody's damaged reputation can impact their mental health. Imagine you've been working really hard to either promote something or just your channel, and you're finally getting an audience, and it feels great. Not sure why, but my mic quality went absolutely bonkers, so I'm sorry. It's gonna sound a little bad now. But I will be louder now. Anyways, you feel absolutely on top of the world, because all your hard work is finally paid off. You build a community, and overall everything's going really good. But unfortunately, all good things do come to an end, and now you're facing allegations. One thing that gets accused of artists a lot is tracing or blatantly stealing other people's artwork, which can be both damaging to the creator and the artist that they're being compared with. Hence why it's really important for you to make sure you know what you're talking about when you're accusing someone of these things. And even if you didn't start the allegations, even if you're just a concerned bystander, you still need to know it's true or not because it can affect somebody's career and their mental health. In conclusion, make sure the information that you're spreading is true. If you've ever been told that you haven't drawn something, or that you traced something, or even that it's AI generated, you know how frustrating that is. Imagine multiple people telling you that all at the same time. That's really frustrating to think about, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, tracing is not inherently bad. However, it is bad whenever you're tracing somebody else's art and then posting it without crediting them. The point I'm trying to make is when artists post their work that wasn't traced or stolen and they still get accused of it being traced or stolen, it's very frustrating. Not only is it frustrating, but also it can cause paranoia for the creator, especially if they struggle with anxiety issues, which statistically speaking, most people in the US alone do. And the amount of adults with anxiety in the US alone makes up about 19% of the population. I will make a video going more in depth into people's mental health later, but for now, we're going to a new topic. For this part of the video, I'm going to be using one of my friend's experiences since I was given permission to post this. I'm keeping their identity unknown, so if they want to make themselves known, they can, but for safety reasons, I will keep their identity private. Now, for those of you who don't want to read this, that's okay, I can read it for you. About 2 years ago, my art style was inspired by TBHK, and that's what mainly impacted the eyes. I think you can see that I don't put much effort into the eyelashes, except for the one time I did, experimentally. That's based on the show. The eyes usually have 3 groups of lashes. Secondly, the noses and teeth. I tend to go for mostly realistic look with these, as I did with drawing people. I don't really like when everything is so unnatural. The way I place eyes is also based on human anatomy, one eye away. The anatomy is something I'm still working on, but when it comes to chibis, it is actually based on LPS toys I used to collect and draw. Some people accuse me of stealing the art style from a YouTuber I will not mention, and honestly, the thing that I think is similar with my and blank's art style could be the way that we both tend to make some parts more realistic. This being said, I think that their art style did have some similarities to the YouTuber they were being compared with, but it wasn't blatant stealing like people were saying. Not everyone was saying it though, just some people. Just to clarify that. This has happened a lot for a long time actually. There have been a lot of cases where this has happened, where somebody has had a similar art style either via inspiration or just their own development, and then still getting accused of stealing or tracing, which is mainly what the rant of this video is supposed to be about. I will also make a more in-depth video about this too, just simplifying things for now because we only have 10 minutes. Okay, so before we get into this, I'm going to be speaking a lot louder now because I just saw the eclipse, because this has taken a good couple days to make. And if you hear me trying to hold in my laughter, it is because my cousin is now in the room with me and they're dancing. So don't mind that. But anyways, how does this affect the community? Well, think about it. When artists are sharing their work because they're proud of it and they're met with accusations of their work being traced or stolen, that can be very harmful to the community because it leaves a bad impression and also potentially scares away beginner artists because they're afraid to post their work. Originally, this was going to be 10 minutes long, but this has already taken more days than I've wanted it to already, and I kind of covered everything I wanted to cover. So I think I talked about everything I wanted to. Thank you all so much for watching if you did. Thank you guys for the last video too, like, Jesus, like, I was not expecting that. But I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate everybody who commented too. You guys are amazing. I love all of you. Like, I don't even know how to, but anyways, sorry, this is like raw footage. I'm probably not gonna cut this one out. The anatomy is something I'm still working on, but when it comes to chibis, it's actually LPS toys I used to collect and draw. Some people accuse me of stealing an art style from a YouTuber that I'm not going to mention because I don't have permission to. And I was in the middle of a recording.
I'm never taking the sketchbook to school.
Are you going?
To eat? Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Have fun.
Oh! I didn't know you were recording.
Whoa. Okay. I'm joke's on you. I'm